We will call this meeting to order of the September 17th Civil Service Commission meeting. Let's have a roll call. My name is Joshua Wilson, and I'm Commissioner.
Ryan McManus, Commissioner.
Julie Good, Civil Service Examiner and Secretary.
Today we have a few action items, one of which is to approve the minutes of August 8th, 2024 Civil Service Commission meeting. Has everyone been able to review those minutes, and are there any questions?
I have no changes.
Do we have a motion to accept them as written?
Motion to accept is written.
Seconded, and aye.
Motion. Aye.
Yeah, motion passes.
Thank you. So I apologize, I wasn't able to give you the community service officer eligibility list, but we just finished the interviews about 2:45 this afternoon. So
How'd it go?
pretty well. We invited 7, 2 no-showed, 1 failed.
Wow.
But we had 4 pass. So we're in good shape. 2 of the candidates, one is the former community service officer who left a couple months ago. They'd like to come back. And then another one is with another agency, but has some experience in community service and animal control. And then we have 2 others that have a little bit of relevant experience, but great attitudes and personalities, and seem like any of them would be great additions to the team. So
Excellent.
yeah.
Fantastic.
So we have the 4 people on the eligibility list are the 4 who interviewed today. So if we certify the list, then they can move forward starting tomorrow with scheduling the chief's interviews and hopefully filling that vacancy sooner rather than later.
Yeah. I can make a motion to approve the list.
And I will second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you. Looks like no, the chiefs aren't here, but they had back in March, the commission had given me the authority to sign eligibility lists until police officer eligibility lists until such time as there were 2 or fewer vacancies.
Mhm.
And as of today, we have 2 vacancies. We had a police officer start today who brought us from 3 vacancies to 2. So based on that action from the commission back in March, we would need to begin meeting again more regularly, maybe every week or 2, to have you certify the eligibility list for police officer. So we wanted to get this back on the agenda to find out if the commission wants to continue with that previous decision now that we're down to 2 vacancies, or if you want to extend your authorization to allow me to sign the vacancies or sign the eligibility list until the vacancies are, 1 or 0, or maybe for the remainder of the year, and pretty much any options you want up to and including going back to the way we used to do things.
I guess my question, Julie, would be, do we have a horizon list of folks who may be retiring or that's coming up in the next year, let's say? Does that add to our 2 that are vacant now?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of anyone who's talking about retiring, and I don't recall the chiefs saying anything recently about anyone kind of giving them notice that they're looking at that option.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm comfortable extending it indefinitely personally. I think it's working really well, and I think if we get to a point where we're 0 officers, then we can revisit it, but I'd be comfortable with moving forward with continuing to give you the power to sign.
Okay, thanks. What are your thoughts, Josh?
Yeah, I think that when we're back to 0, we can revisit it, especially with us getting so close, with us getting to this point where we're starting to come out of having many officers down to just a few. Once we're back kind of at that 0 and some stability happens, I think that we can start revisiting us taking over that.
So I'll make a motion to keep it as is for now until we get to 0 officers, Julie.
Okay,
I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
thank you very much. That'll make the chiefs very happy, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We do have a former officer who retired a couple of years ago who's thinking about coming back. So hopefully that'll fill one of our vacancies. And then as you look at the staffing update in this week's packet, we have about 23 people on the entry level eligibility list. We've hired 2 since the last meeting. One candidate started August 27th and the other one started today. So we've been filling vacancies really quickly. We have an officer going to the academy. One of the new officers that was just hired last month goes to the academy October 1st.
Oh, wow.
And the one who started August 27th, he goes to the academy on October 22nd. So having those satellite academies is speeding things up quickly. We don't know when the candidate who started or the new officer who started today, we don't know when she'll go to the academy, but based on the timeline the other 2 had, I would think maybe November.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to talk to the chief. It'd be good to see those academies become more of a permanent fixture, you know, kind of strategically placed, because I think it's going to be an ongoing need for a few years, to be
Yeah.
honest. You know, just looking at other departments, I was talking to, you know, from the county and then someone with Seattle, and they're, you know, Seattle's way down right now, a couple hundred, which is amazing, you know.
Yeah.
So I think those things are a good idea, because if we do get that big influx, or, you know, there's a big push and, you know, 100 people need to get to the academy, it would be a shame to make them hold up and wait, you know, especially when they're in such dire need down there.
Yeah.
So,
It's extraordinary how quickly they're moving into the academy now, because it used to be, 6 months, I think even
Yeah.
10 months or so. So
yeah.
getting them in a matter of weeks is incredible. The deputy chief sent me an update on the Arlington Academy, and they signed the final lease, last week, I think it was, or the week before. So they think just a few modifications they need to make, and in the next few weeks that'll open, but they don't have an exact date yet.
No, fantastic. That's
Yeah.
really good news.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see, we have one new entry-level advanced candidate. And we had a second lateral candidate apply over the weekend, so. Hopefully between the former officer that wants to come back and some of these other candidates, will be able to fill those 2 last vacancies, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Julie, can you share who the former officer was, or is that still kind of cloaked?
No, it's public because he's on the eligibility list. It's Wayne Ackerman,
Oh, okay.
who's our traffic officer.
Yeah, I remember Wayne.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So we'll see.
It
So
looks
that's, so now we have 3 officers on the eligibility list. We have one that's been on there from our last meeting. I think it's in Hawaii. I think.
Yeah, I
they're
remember
working on
Chief
that
saying something
person's
about that.
background. Yeah, so I think we're looking good. We'll see what happens, but I think it's looking pretty good.
That's awesome. Far cry from the days when I first started, 2 or 3 years ago, Julie, where the number was huge. I was like, wow, you know, coming right out of COVID, it was incredible.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks.
It looks like we are introducing 2 new entry-level police officers today. Is that right? To the city council?
Yeah, so let's see.
Is that Jason Sutton and Eric Everest?
Yep. Yeah, so Jason is the one going to the academy on October 1st, and Eric goes October 22nd.
Very good.
Yeah,
Congratulations and welcome to them, as I don't think I'll be able to be there, but yeah, it's wonderful.
yeah, it's exciting.
Very good.
Then the only other item on the list for today was the next meeting, which is October 10th. I'm going to be in another meeting during that time, and I won't be able to attend. And the meeting after that is November 14th, and Joshua won't be able to attend. So we should probably talk about when you'd like to have your next meeting. I believe Ray's not available October 10th either. I think he'll still be away. So maybe I can send you some dates for an
Yeah.
Thursday or.
Yeah, let's try that, Julie,
Okay.
see if that'll work for everybody.
Hmm.
Okay, will do. I'll work on that in the next few days and get back to you.
Maybe put out a date range for both months, October and November, since Josh can't make it in November, we can try and wrap it in one email. Just get them scheduled.
Got it?
It's that time of the year, we're getting into the holidays, right? It's
Yeah.
nuts. You know, I work with the federal government, so it's their fiscal year end right now. So the DoD is Department of Defense trying to spend to zero right now. So it's been insane. I've been on the phone since like 4 o'clock this morning, just trying to coordinate stuff, you know,
Oh, boy.
crazy. That's September though. It's been that way for, gosh, almost 30 years for me. So September's
right.
just like, boom, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. For those
So
of us
again, my
not-
apologies for being late today, guys.
Not at all. I appreciate you being here and making this work so that they can get this community service officer vacancy filled as soon as possible.
Yeah, that would be great.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, very good.
Well, does anyone have anything else that they'd like to share, or shall we make a motion to adjourn?
I have no new business. So I will make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Meeting is adjourned.
Excellent.